welcome back to Build with the Boys. We're a little bit subdued because we are getting over illness at the moment, but it is very early on Sunday morning. What are we on, the 11th?
I believe so, yeah.
The 11th of December. But we're both getting over an illness. We were both really ill last week, so we're a little bit croaky, a little bit groggy, sore lips, bedhead. We got the whole lot going on, but we'll be all right. So we've got two things. Firstly, we're going to discuss the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, which we recently watched and adored. And then we are going to take you through the first 11 days of...
the Christmas calendar thingy-mabobber.
Perfectly explained. We're going through the Guardians of the Galaxy Lego Advent Calendar, which is Lego's offering this year. Last year they did it was kind of generic Marvel, wasn't it? It was kind of Avengers themed.
It was based off of a show.
Yeah, this year they've gone, it's all based on the Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's quite a gorgeous little thing. And a lot of this, and also what's coming up, links into the holiday special, so it kind of helps if you've seen it. But without further ado, let's talk holiday special, which had an amazing poster, and this was the poster for holiday special. So that was the holiday special. If you're expecting some sort of groundbreaking and you know, it moves the story of the universe on, it doesn't.
It doesn't really.
No, it doesn't. It's just a very fun.
It has character development for Drax and Mantis. That's like the only new thing.
Definitely, but I mean, I'd say more than anything, it's just fun. It's just a really fun, enjoyable Christmas special. And it's very much the Mantis and Drax show, this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. So, I mean, it's the Guardians special, but I mean, it is very much the Mantis and Drax show. I mean, they are definitely the driving force behind this one.
Robot killed his cousin.
Yeah, there's some very funny lines in this, and Mantis and Drax as kind of a double act are just hysterical. They're really funny. We do also get to see kind of buff Groot.
Buff Groot.
So Groot's kind of gone past his teenage years at this point. So I'd say Groot's probably would be the equivalent of a young man in his early 20s.
He has a child's mind.
Child's mind, but he'd be... We've seen a lot of iterations of Groot now, going back from the very first, kind of the oldest version of Groot we saw in the first movie, to the sapling, to the kind of baby Groot. Then we had kind of kid Groot in Infinity War.
Yeah.
And then we had sort of teenage Groot.
Teenage Groot was kind of in.
Yeah, so there's been that kind of in between. So now we've got...
We've had teenage Groot for ages.
Yeah, this is kind of like a late teen, early 20s, but he's kind of buff, isn't he?
Yeah.
So he's kind of a muscly Groot. But you do see him in it. You see him in it quite a bit. But I mean, again, I would imagine it's very expensive to put Groot on film, which is why this is not the Groot show.
Legendary
Kevin Bacon. So the story of the holiday special is that Quill Star-Lord is very depressed. He's very sad. He's missing Gamora. So Mantis and Drax decide to give him the best Christmas they possibly could, and it's from a story that's told to them by Kraglin. Kraglin tells them a story, and it's done in animation. So it's there's an animated sequence where you see the story of Quill's Christmases with Yondu, them not being the happiest. So they decide to give him the happiest Christmas they can, and they want to get him a present. And they decide the best present they could possibly get him is...
Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon, because he's told them the stories of Footloose. They think that the best present they could possibly get him would be Kevin Bacon. So that's it. So Mantis and Drax...
Oh, the journey is hilarious.
to Earth to get Kevin Bacon. And it's like you said, the journey is hilarious. It starts immediately on the journey there.
Do you reckon you go through?
Yeah. So when they get to Kevin Bacon's house, they can't get in. So Drax just throws Mantis over the gate. There's just hilarity ensues at that point. The big kind of point for us that we thought was really funny was they both come fixated on items. So For Mantis, it's a giant candy cane.
That they think is a human.
They think it's they're not sure if it's a human or not, but they find a giant candy cane and they're kind of taken aback by it. So Mantis takes it. And Drax becomes enamored with an inflatable elf decoration, which he calls...
Little man.
Funny Man.
Oh, funny man.
Funny Man.
Funny man.
It's just Funny Man. And he's obsessed with the Funny Man. It's a very, very funny show.
He leaves it in the house.
He does leave the Funny Man in the show, which gives Drax a dilemma where he's asked, okay, what's more important, giving Quill, our friend who's sad, the best Christmas he could possibly have, or your Funny Man? And Drax really beats himself up before answering, but has to answer, Funny Man. That's all he wants. It's a very funny show. If you haven't seen it, give it a go. We won't give it all away. But it's really good. It's really, really funny. It's a nice Christmas show and brilliant. More of those. I mean, because again, we really enjoyed Werewolf by Night, didn't we?
Yeah, I liked it.
So I like just a kind of one and done, one shots. I mean, they've done this in comics for years, where they did do one shots. They used to do ones at Christmas and Halloween and things like that, where it's a single contained story and that's it. It's a one shot. I'd take more of these over some of the shows that we'd had. If I had a choice of season 2 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier or season 2 of She-Hulk, or...
She-Hulk wasn't that bad. I don't like how people are saying CGI is terrible.
It wasn't that bad, but if I had a choice of a second season of that or 10 one-shots, I'd take the 10 one-shots in a heartbeat. I would. That's my preference. I think it's nice just to jump in and out, visit the kind of characters without it having to be a whole movie. And then jump back out. I think it's nice. I mean, I'd take a Thor one shot. Honestly, I think that would be great. So, it's great. It's on Disney Plus now. It's well worth your time if you haven't seen it yet. And I really recommend it. What we're going to look at now, Oz, is
the Advent Calendar thingamabobber.
The Advent Calendar thingamabobber. So we've been opening this every day, and this is what, day 11 now.
Yes.
So I was going to take you through what we got day by day in each one, because there's a lot of micro builds in here, and you might think, well, what is that? It's a micro build of sometimes what they already did a larger Lego build of it, and sometimes it's the first time this has been seen, but it's a micro build. So we'll have a look at what came in the first 11 days. Okay, so what did we get in day 1, Oz?
We got Star-Lord, of course. I mean, it's Star-Lord. This show's mainly about him, and he's the main Guardian, so you kind of expect it in the first one. No helmet, though.
This is new hair for him, though, isn't it?
Not new hair.
I thought this was a new hairpiece for Star-Lord.
Before, in the first Guardian sets, they did, like, Owen Grady hair.
Yeah.
The second movie sets, they did that hair. Then they changed it a little bit for that Benthar set and gave him like a curly hairpiece.
That's cool, though, right? It comes with his jet boots, doesn't it, as well?
Yeah.
So it's a cool thing. I mean, it's a good one to start the calendar with. Okay, so what did we get in day 2?
We got 2 items. We got this present for Quill and his
So we got his Walkman.
Yeah.
So with the Walkman comes, you can see there, the awesome mixtape. It's cool, and he can hold this. We won't put his hands on when he's got the gun, but so this is the present that you got. Is there anything in here?
Yeah, it's very hard to open though.
There we go.
You got his headphones.
You got his headphones.
Actually go on his...
So they go on his neck as well, don't they? So that's cool. That's cool. And then what did we get in day 3?
In day 3, we got the prison escape ship.
Well, this is the drone, isn't it? This is one of the drones that follows them around. So I wouldn't say this is a micro build. This is about the right size of those drones, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the drones that sort of follow them around the prisons and monitor them and whatnot, this is in the first movie. This is what we got here. And really rather cool it is too. It's nice little build.
Yeah, it is.
And what did we get day 4?
Day 4, we got this weapons rack.
We got a weapons rack. Now, if you're familiar with the Star Wars calendars, they litter the Star Wars calendars, the weapon racks. But that's what we got here. So we've got, there you go, I would imagine.
Dynamite.
Yeah, I would imagine rockets, dynamite. We got a wrench there and a hammer.
Now, because you get a weapons rack in day 4, leading on to day 5 is Rocket.
Rocket. So this is a new sculpt for Rocket, isn't it?
It's new fur as well, which I like.
Yeah. I like the goggles on the top of his head there.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
My only downside with the Rocket figures is the character's always smiling.
Yeah, he should have a bit of a meaner look, because he doesn't smile a lot, does he?
No,
he's always kind of surly and a bit annoyed, isn't he?
Yeah, it's Rocket. You can't have him smiling.
But that's a nice little minifig. So what did we get on day 6?
I couldn't remember in the slightest, but I believe you got this.
So this is cool. So this is a crate of stuff, but Oscar will tell you what this stuff is. So,
Don't.
So why don't you tell us exactly what this is?
That is the little thing that holds the Power Stone in the first film.
So that's the capsule that holds the Infinity Stone in the first movie. That's cool. And then what else do we get in here? We also got this, which is it's the battery from the second one that they rob off the gold people. So that's one of the batteries. And then we've got my personal favourite. The leg. So if you can remember, Rocket's plan involves stealing one of the prisoner's prosthetic legs. This is the leg. We also have, this is very cool,
Yondu's arrow.
Yondu's arrow. So we've got Yondu's arrow there. And then, finally, again, if you've seen the second movie,
The eye.
we've got the eyeball.
Go get Yondu's arrow. Groot
comes back with the eyeball. So it's just a nice little curio cabinet, if you will, of throwbacks from the movie, and nice little, like a whole chest full of Easter eggs. And what a gorgeous thing that is. So what do we got on day 7?
We get the flamethrower gun.
That thing's hardcore. Look at the size of it. Stick it in Rocket's hands so we get an idea, because this is Rocket's gun, isn't it?
This is meant to be with Rocket, yeah. So, I mean...
Tiny little character, massive gun.
Just to give you an idea.
Awesome.
It didn't come with a flame, which confused me.
But he has got an enormous gun, and that is pretty cool. So what did we get on day 8?
Now, this made a lot of things clearer. We got turkey.
So we got a Christmas turkey there.
The flame for the flamethrower.
So we got the flame for the flamethrower. So we're going to put the flame into the flamethrower. Let's have a look what the finished gun looks like. That is a cool looking gun. That really is. It's such a nice build, that gun. And this turkey is cool as well because you can pull the legs off. So these legs do come off this turkey.
Yeah, the chicken legs.
So that'll be good for when Drax eventually turns up. He'll be able to get on this turkey. So day 9
is Nebula.
This is really cool, I think. This is part of the appeal of these calendars, because you will never get these minifigs again. So this is a Nebula with her Christmas sweater, and you can see there
Thanos is on it.
And the Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
This is a new head print for Nebula with new metallics in it as well.
And on the back of
her Christmas jumper
is Gamora and Nebula.
Gamora and Nebula. But that's so cool. That's such a cool little Christmas jumper. And again, you'll never get these again. It was kind of like the ones they did last year with the Spider-Man in his Christmas jumper.
And Iron Man in his
Christmas jumper. So what do we got on day 10?
We got a miniature
laser drill.
Of the laser drill, yeah.
Yeah, this is from the second one. Now, you had a big set of this, didn't you?
Yeah. It came with Yondu, Star-Lord, Groot, and Aisha.
That was a cool one.
Bloody, I can't even remember the name.
Then, what did we get on day 11?
We got 2 things.
So we got 2 micro builds. So this is the mining ship they escaped from the prison, isn't it?
Not that they're escaping the prison. I swear it's from the scene where Drax fights Ronan and gets thrown into the yellow thing and Groot can't fit in them.
Yeah.
It's too big. We also get the pod that comes off the Benthama?
The Benatar, yeah.
Oh, Benatar.
So there's the landing pod from the Benatar. So micro builds, but 2 of them on day 11. So we got 2 builds.
Yeah, that's nice.
So how are you rating it so far, Oz? I mean, 11 days in, I'm looking at it like this all together, and you get, there's a lot of stuff here.
I've got to say, it's pretty good, but it's pretty easy to know what's coming next.
Oh, because you broke the card.
Yeah, I know when you're going to get a minifigure next.
Well, let's have a chat about that. So that's the first 11 days of the calendar, and I really like it. I prefer this one to last year's.
Yeah, the last year's was just rubbish.
I wouldn't say it was rubbish, but I mean, it was random.
Yeah.
There was no real theme to. I mean, it was just Marvel. There was no. I like that this follows Guardians of the Galaxy, so you know that everything in this one is themed to Guardians of the Galaxy. So it's the first 2 movies, and a little bit to the holiday special as well.
Yeah.
I know the giant candy cane is coming in this at some point, so that'll be interesting to see. And again, with the Christmas jumpers, there is the Drax that's coming up that we've not had out of this yet. Is a Christmas jumper Drax. And he's also green. It's the first time I've done a green Drax. I mean, up to this point, every Drax has been grey in Lego, which is weird. But, so he's kind of like an olive green, the Drax that is coming. But there's also Mantis.
Yeah, there's a Mantis and a Groot.
And a Groot. And Groot is like a Christmas tree, isn't he?
Yeah.
So there's an add-on for Groot you can turn into a Christmas tree. And I just think it's really cool. I think that it's incorporated the first 2 movies. It would have been nice if they'd have put like a teaser for the 3rd movie in.
Yeah.
Something like, I don't know what this is, but it's going to be, that would have been cool. But it's not to be. But we'll see. I don't know. I mean, I'd be interested to see where they go next year with the Marvel calendar. Who knows? Who knows? It
Fantastic Four.
Could be Fantastic Four. It could be something completely random. A Spider-Man calendar would be good.
We've already kind of had a Spider-Man calendar.
It was an Avengers calendar. I mean, I think it'd be cool to see like one that's got Miles in it and different Peters and things like that, and that could be quite cool. That could be quite cool.
I was never really a fan of the Spider-Verse.
No?
Not the film. I enjoyed the film, but just the whole Spider-Verse in general gets really weird at points.
It does get a little bit, yeah, with all the different Spider-Men. I suppose it does. But that's it for this one. We will be back with the next, we got left 13
days.
Yeah, so we'll be back with the next 13, but that'll probably be after Christmas. That'll probably be Boxing Day, something like that, I would imagine. And no doubt over Christmas, I'm sure him here might have some things appear on Christmas Day that he wants to share with you as well. So we'll have to see. We have got more coming up on the channel now. Unfortunately, because the postal strikes at the moment, everything's delayed. So we are 11, 12 days behind with the Disney Doll's House. We are due a Titanic, not next week, the week after. I can't see that happening either, if I'm honest, because I believe there's 4 more strikes between now and then. We're due Iron Man any day now. Again, is strike dependent. There's more R2-D2. Again, should have been here by now and isn't. So we are kind of scratching around for things to build, because it sucks not being able to do that. But
I still have Lego sets we haven't reviewed.
We have still got Lego sets to do. We will have a wooden build coming up, possibly tomorrow night. If not, it will be Tuesday, and it is it's called the Dark Castle. And it's cool. It's a cute little thing. I've wanted it for ages. A fantastic deal came up on Amazon, so I pounced on it. But that will be coming up this week. It's one of the Row-Life models. It's a very cool little thing. We do have more Robot Time, Row-Life, and Roka models coming up. I am trying to get the Sakura Blossoms Book Nook in this side of Christmas, if I can get it. And a few other bits and pieces. But stay tuned for us. Bear with us through the strikes. It's annoying, I know, but it is what it is, and there's nothing we can do about that, unfortunately. But we will be bringing content every day. We will have more Christmas movies for people who don't like Christmas movies. We will have our weekly catch-ups, a few other bits and pieces, and I will be telling you on Christmas Eve the story of Piggy at Christmas.
I love that story.
Now, he's laughing because he knows the story of Piggy at Christmas, but it's a very weird thing that happened to me about 15 years ago. But I will tell you the story of Piggy at Christmas.
Piggy at Christmas.
We also have a blooper reel coming up. We make a ton of mistakes, and we decided to start keeping them about 12 weeks ago. And we got a blooper reel coming up as well, which I look like a complete clown in, but I'm happy to share it with you over the holiday season.
He was bit by a cat.
Well, we have to wait and see, won't you? Spoilers. That's it for this one. In a world where you could be anything at all, what are you going to be, Oz?
Kind.
And I'm going to be nice. And I advise you all to do the same. We will see you next time. Please remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for stopping by. We will catch you for more Marvel, Lego, models, and everything in between then. Take care.
Bye.